We're joined now by Vava Tampa, who is a Great Lakes analyst based in London, joining us live via Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us, Vava. Such a gruesome discovery that's been made in Ituri province. What's behind the spate of violence in that region?
Well, thank you for having me. This is the cost of the near total culture of impunity which the international community has unjustly imposed on the Congolese people in attempt to shield people like Paul Kagame and others from international accountability for their crimes in Congo. Without impunity, the current killings or the massacre which we continue to witness across Congo would not have continued or continue to cost lives.
Well, Vava, it appears that much of the international community's focus in eastern DR Congo has been on conflicts involving the ADF rebels or M23 fighters. How does the government, with its partners, deal with other armed groups like Codeco, militia, for instance, which are blamed for attacks in Ituri?
Look, Codeco militia gangs, or violence in Ituri, your viewers would remember, it goes back to 1999. And 1999, what happened was Paul Kagame's army and Yoweri Museveni of Uganda's army fought in a town, in a city called Kisangani, over who should loot which diamond mining. And because of that, from that basically led into Paul Kagame moving his militia gang into North Kivu, which is why you see M23 or CNDP continue to terrorize populations in that part of the world. And then Museveni moving his militia gangs into Ituri. One illustration of that violence is Uganda today is one of the leading exporter of gold internationally, exporting gold to Dubai and the UAE and so forth. But Uganda doesn't produce a single ounce of gold. And the question is, where is Uganda getting the gold they are producing from? Of course, they're getting it from Ituri because Ituri has the largest deposit of the largest reserve of gold, not just in Africa, potentially across the world. So the violence we are witnessing is an outcome or because of violence as well as gold. And it continues to cost lives in Congo because the international community refused to create an international criminal tribunal for Congo in order to bring those responsible for this violence to justice and to bring peace to Congo. And I say that because peace begins with justice.
Well, Vava, I want to talk about what's happening locally in the DRC. Locals there have consistently criticized their own government for its failure to protect them. What more can the DRC government do at this point, considering it has already got an ongoing military offensive in that region?
Well, of course, the Congolese government or the Congolese army or the Congolese police is unable to function. And they are unable to function because impunity breeds insecurity. Because of impunity, it leads into a crisis of security or insecurity. And insecurity leading to violence, leading to famine, leading to people being displaced. So they are all interconnected. They are, if you like, in humanitarian terms, there are four eyes which are continuing to consume Congo. Those are impunity, insecurity, illicit trade of natural resources, and institutional failure. So the institutions of the state have completely collapsed, and they have collapsed because of impunity. And the only way we can address this impunity is by creating an international Congo tribunal. And this is something the Congolese people have been fighting for the past 20 years. This is something Congo's Nobel Peace Laureate, Denis Mukwege, has been fighting for his entire life. Until we address issues of impunity, we cannot move forward. Peace would continue to be absent. The UN forces would find it difficult to function because impunity is at the heart of the crisis which is consuming Congo.
Vava, thank you so much for joining us on Africa Live. Vava Tampa, who is a Great Lakes analyst, and he's based in London. He was joining us via Zoom. Well, we're